shit, yo. Oh shit, yo. They just broke the picture. They just broke Caramel's picture. Oh shit, and it was by mistake. Did Big Mom just break her own picture? Did she do that? Did she do that by mistake? Oh shit, yo. Let me back up for a second. One Piece chapter 863. Yo. Man, this chapter, I ain't gonna lie, man. It's a little bit all over the place, but I enjoyed every fucking minute of it, okay? Like, I love how when it starts off, you know, they have the proposal from Luffy of putting the mirror inside the cake, and Luffy's like, yeah. Hey, this shit's gonna be so fucking funny. Like, I have a love-hate relationship with Luffy. You guys know that. Like, I can't stand him sometimes because he's such a fucking idiot. But when Oda does shit like this, I absolutely love the character of Luffy because, you know, Luffy says like, hey, hold on a second. So we're going to get this mirror and we're going to put the mirror inside of the cake. And then I'm going to bust through this shit. But it's not just going to be me. No, that ain't good enough. Like, Brûlée, you're going to turn all these animals. You're going to turn them all into me as well. And so it's going to be a bunch of Luffys that are springing forward. And when this goes on, right, like the cape's toppling over, Sanji's taking pudding, they're jumping off, he's getting her to safety because Sanji is super save-a-hole like usual. And you just see all these Luffys acting up, right? Like they're just eating everything in their way, right? And Big Mom, she's like, hold on. Which one of you guys is the real Straw Hat Luffy, right? And she's looking, she can't figure it out. And the dude from the World News, he's just looking at everything. He's like, oh, this is huge news. This has to be reported on. So that's the first thing right there that lets me know, like, okay, this is going to have huge ramifications for Luffy's legacy because everybody's about to hear about this shit. Like, this is going to be huge depending on what Luffy does. And this is not going to be something the world government can kind of cover up. I don't think they would want this covered up anyway, but this is not something they can cover themselves because you got the fucking president right there seeing everything, the president of the World Economic Journal. So I thought that was very interesting by Oda to have somebody like that there. And you just see all these different animals just coming through. They're being released out the mirror. Nami and the rest of the Straw Hats like, look, we got to go save Sanji's people. You know, we also got to give Luffy backup. Pedro, that's going to be your job. And what's so crazy about this, right, is that Big Mom, she can't figure out who the real Luffy is. And Luffy has a small window, like, not Pedro, but like Capone said, you have a small window to find the portrait of Caramel, Big Mom's mom, right? I'm assuming that's mom, but find the portrait. And so what ends up happening is Big Mom says like, yo, which one is the real Luffy? Luffy says like, bitch, that's me. It's just like, wait, what? And even Capone's like this fucking idiot. I can't believe he would do this. And Luffy's like, oh, this is easy. And what this tells you is that for a moment, Luffy's ubers got him because he really thought this is going to be super easy. And sure enough, what ends up happening is Capone's like, okay, this isn't going to go according to plan. You know, Vito, you guys got to get those rocket launchers ready. You got to be ready to blow this shit up. And before anything can happen, even though Carrot and Nami are saying like, look, when we jump out 3 seconds after the pitcher's broken, we're going to be ready to make our move. All of a sudden, Katakuri shows off his devil fruit power and Luffy gets trapped. And Luffy, looks like Luffy's knocked clean the fuck out at this point. Like, Big Mom was ready to use Zeus and Prometheus to attack, but it looks like for whatever reason, all of a sudden, Katakuri's able to trap Luffy. And that's when Jinbe shows up and Jinbe explains it. He says, like, look, he's a Paramecia devil fruit power user as well. He's got the Mochi Mochi fruit. And he says, like, you can escape from him if you have enough moisture, but you can't try and touch it. And that's when things take a step further, even further, right? Like Jinbe comes up clutch in this chapter. Jinbe looks at Big Mom and says, like, look, anybody in your organization has heard all about that picture frame. I'm the one that told Luffy about Mother Carmel. I'm the one who told him to bust that shit up. If you got a problem, you take it up with me. And that's when Jinbe just throws down the gauntlet. He says, like, look, I'm going to leave your crew. Thank you for everything you've done, but I'm leaving your crew. And Big Mom puts him to the test. Big Mom says, are you going to choose life or are you going to stay? And Jinbe says, like, look, if you promise not to harm anyone aside from me, I'll offer you as much of my life as you can take. Luffy's like, Jinbe, you can't do that. How can you join the crew if you're dead? Like, Luffy just flips a switch. He's like, you're joining the crew? Oh my god, wait a second. You're going to give your life? No, Jinbe, you can't do that. Like Luffy's so fucking bipolar in this. But what's so crazy is the fact that, Jinbe, all of a sudden the weakness in Big Mom's ability comes out where, you have to have some type of fear of Big Mom, and Jinbe ain't shook, and Jinbe takes things a step further. He continues to piss all over Big Mom's pride. Because he says, like, why would a man who's going to be the crewmate of the future king of the pirates be afraid of somebody like you, a mere emperor? And it's just like, yo, he threw down the gauntlet, and then he puts down the cup, and he says, like, look, I'm not going to be part of your crew anymore. And that's when all of a sudden Big Mom's like, okay, I'm about to throw down with you. Well, in the process of doing that, all of a sudden the picture gets shattered. So it's going to be interesting to see how Oda kind of cleans this up in the next chapter. But my chapter question to you guys is, what are your thoughts on Jinbe returning the ritual cup? How big of balls does it take to do that to Big Mom? Right there in her face. How big of balls do you have to do that? But, so always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.